Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I hope all is well with you, and if you're new, welcome on in. I hope you choose to stick around. In this video, I will just be discussing toxic masculinity and how men, especially sometimes black men, are not allowed to show a more feminine side of themselves, or maybe not just feminine, but just a more sensitive side of themselves. So let's get started. If I have any fellas watching this video right now, I want you guys to tell me how many of you were told as a child to stop crying because boys don't cry, or to man up or be tough when something physically hurt you or emotionally hurt you. How many of y'all were told to stop crying because boys don't cry? Well, I'm here to tell you that is false. You are a human being with emotions. That is normal. That is what most people on this planet experience. You have emotions, you get sad, you get upset. And too many times I see men not know how to deal with their emotions and result to anger and violence because as a child or as a young child or a young teen or whatever, they were told not to cry or to man up and just let it go, be a boy, be a man, you know? So they weren't really given the opportunity or room to express their emotions like how they're supposed to. So then they carry that on into their adulthood, and they just, when those emotions arise again, all they know is to be angry and resort to violence. And a lot of times, especially in my community, when a young boy is expressing his emotions, let's say he might cry or he might be a little bit more out, like extra than you would usually see guys be because of the way that they're brought up, people look at him funny or people speculate about his sexuality because he's not what your traditional boy should be. Regardless of how he identifies, he should be allowed to act however he wants to act. He should be able to be himself without people ridiculing him or telling him, oh, you're a boy, you don't do that. Now, with all that being said, we are in the year of 2023 and people are becoming more open to other people's sexualities or the way other people act, especially men. So I will say we are progressing in a way, but there's still quite a few people who aren't with the times, for lack of better words. For example, we have the terms simp and zesty. Let's get into them. Simp is usually used, they usually use it for men. Simp is usually used whenever a man shows interest in his girlfriend by buying her flowers or expressing how in love he is with her, how much he loves her, how great she is. Basically, whenever a man just does a gesture to show his love or how much he loves his girlfriend and how happy he is to be with her, people call him simp. Now, granted, I do know it has become of a joking thing. When people use the term, they're usually joking and don't really mean it. But behind every joke, there's a little bit of truth. Where else would that stem from? Somebody had to make up that term to describe something. So there is a little bit of truth behind it. Why is it that whenever a man is a quote unquote softie for their significant other or isn't afraid to express their love for them, why are they considered a simp? Why is that grounds for you to make fun of him? Like I said, I know it's the internet, people joke and they say all these things, but why? Like, if a guy buys his girlfriend flowers and delivers them to her job, why are other men, or sometimes other women, on his back saying, oh, you're such a simp for her? Yes, I would love my boyfriend to be a simp for me and vice versa, me a simp for him. If I'm truly in love with someone, I want to express that. I want to show them that I'm in love with them. So there shouldn't be anything wrong with a man expressing that to his significant other, and he should not be ridiculed or judged because he chooses to show his love for his significant other. Men are not given the satisfaction, or they're not given the room to be able to be all lovey-dovey in front of the homies. Now, this brings me to the term zesty. Zesty is basically used whenever a man does something that is not viewed as traditionally masculine. Like maybe he kicks his feet in the air, maybe he lies on his stomach and kicks its feet in the air. Silly, right? I say all this to say that we as a society need to allow men, especially men of color, the opportunity and room to express themselves however they feel the need to, regardless of their sexual orientation. There have been too many times where a woman has to lose her life because she rejected the advances of a man and he just couldn't take the rejection. We need to teach our young boys a healthy way to express their emotions, whether that's through crying or just letting it out. We need to teach them a healthy way and allow them to feel those emotions and teach them, hey, things are gonna happen. You're not gonna like it, but this is how we deal with that and this is how we move forward. So yes, let these young boys feel these emotions, teach them how to go through it. Don't tell them to just get over it or it's not that big of a deal or be a boy, boys don't cry, man up. No, we need to sit down like we would our daughters, have a conversation with them, teach them, hey, things are gonna go wrong in life. That does not mean you resort to violence. And if there is help that's to be needed, go get them help. Another thing I noticed in my community is that a lot of times mental health is not believed. If you notice something in your child and you're like, okay, they're not getting this or they're acting a certain way and it's a little alarming, if you sit down and talk to them and try to get it through to them and then you see that they still aren't getting it or still aren't changing or they're just not comprehending, if that child needs help, get them help. Do not hinder that child by not believing in mental health or thinking, oh, he'll be fine, he'll grow out of it. Oh, that's not real, you just need to pray. No, there are mental illnesses in this world and they are real. And they have licensed professionals who are trained to deal with that to help us. So if you notice something in your child, get them help if needed. All right, tell me what you guys thought about this video down below in the comments. And don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.